Hmm? Hello? Are you there? Oh, fuck. Oops. Are you there? Are you guys there? Well, hello. I hope the microphone good. I had not much time to check, but I really hope it's okay. Alright. Let's continue from last night. I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. I'm going to have to check the sound later on. This is hopefully going to be a very good part of the mission. I also messed up the settings of the little avatar. I don't know why the bar is doing that, but it's probably because I switched to us, and it's possible that the data is coming from somewhere else. Alright, now full screen. Okay, so things are still seemingly working, but the problem, yeah, seemingly working always. So no active screen, no nothing. Okay, so can't really solve the issue of the avatar, so hopefully that's what happens. Okay, or maybe it's not even the issue of the avatar, maybe it's capturing. So we have Eva. Okay. I don't think it's better, but you know, just check. I think I'm going to use this one because this is really cool. But you know, minimum damage is the high damage. So as it came out at the boss, and sometimes happens, you know, the arrows don't actually hit. But didn't I set Daru to why do you have auto or both? That's okay. Alright. Snowbrook Valley. Hopefully this is going to be good. Also, how have you been? Well, if it's good, it's good. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. Such. We have went through this way, that way. Let's check this edge. Probably there is nothing here. Aside the mana shrine. Which makes me wonder a lot. Like, why do we have it here? Alright, so all these soldiers are probably going to the Snowbrook Heaven. It's a little fort. You know, I might just do another gameplay or something with the combat mage. Well, maybe not. It'll be half a gameplay, you know. Because this game is quite really long. As much as I like it, it's not that I want to be. If I were to say it in English that I want to get through this gameplay, it would seem like I want the end too. It's not the end because you can also go to the next difficulty system. But you know, I want to finish the yeah, that's the word. So weird. I want to finish the gameplay. You know, I don't want to leave it unfinished. Like I want the project to reach the done state, which is very important in my opinion. It's very important, and we are not doing so well. Jesus Christ. And that's bad. And checking on it, it's likely that our damage is coming from two ways. The small ones, which are killable, the big ones, which are hard to kill. So yeah, I just restarted the game and I'm not really good at min-maxing. So yeah, I guess. Yeah. Maybe it was just the big guys. Who knows? So, another level. What do you do? What you know what would be good if... yes, healing is good, but also... if I would get mana from the damage, but that would be too weird, you know, it would be cheating, kind of, in a way. Alright. Nice. Let's go. One of the next... yeah, this guy just never... Why don't you ever have mana? Ah, this guy is weird. Okay, didn't she had... No. So that has mana regeneration. And intelligence. Wasn't the mana regeneration something kind of failure? Mana 21 for 1 second. But it really works well with her, I think, too. Well, it does get some down. Mana cost 96. Wait, how much you... Oh, that's half. That's like 50%. Okay, fair point. For her, this is not going to work though, because your spells are a little bit more, not that much expensive actually, but somewhat more expensive. To not all of them. Like that. So maybe some Finale doesn't even have rings. I think I was probably trying to make some then. It makes sense. Yeah, I'm not doing well in the regards of do not die please. Oh, Finale is already dead. So I'm not the first at least. Am I going for flanking each time I attack? Oh, Ava is dead too. Yeah, probably she's a good damage dealer, but melee characters have to have survivability. Why don't I have survivability? What am I messing up? Things not right. How much? Oh yeah, but strength similar, armor is similar. This is not good. No, we should get some mana rings or something like that. We probably shouldn't combine these two types of enemies. I hope my damage is good though. I mean, I have a higher survivability than our mages. That is healing, so she has relatively low aggro, I guess. And Finale is running out of mana, so that stops her from doing extra aggro, that's for sure.
I wish my friend Jessica were here. I'd even be glad to see Mylandrill again, sour mood and all.
I should have brought Fix. Yeah. I'm going to go back for Fix. The thing is, I really like Eva. Don't misunderstand. But the thing is, I already did the gameplay with like how it is with like new character, but honestly, I kind of started it with her, so now I want to start it with him. So I know I kind of want to. I mean, her capabilities are not bad, but I also want the other one. You know. Maybe in another gameplay where I'm... Oh shit.
This is all a nightmare, you will see.
These people all just want to stay here and hide. Don't...
Shush. Alright. Kind of throwing weapon to hell. First I'm going to play a little bit, then I'm going to go to the toilet, which I already have to. Then I'm going to make Finala out of the enchant rings. Something's not right with Finala. I remember when I was using the biggest, most badass, and
We
like
have all lost
heaviest hitter weapons, spaz. Yeah, you run out a little bit, but not this much. Oops. It's not so bad. Let's see. It's fast. Let's go. Okay. I have to take a massive piece, to be honest. I'll be right back because I cannot hold it in. Sorry, I had water. Alright, so yeah, that's not going to stay in the active screen. I think. Let's try to fix that really fast. I'm not sure if it's going to work. Probably not, but it happens. Let's remove you from the awesome lion was so big. Totally big. That's what she said. I didn't know. That's what she said. Alright, so it's not in active screen. Maybe it will work, maybe it will not. I really like this one, but later on I will have to commission. Maybe it can be added to OBS too. I have to check. Yeah, later on I will check. I'm not sure if it works or not. Okay, so back here I found a couple of weapons that are very nice. Not the best though. So yeah, I think this is likely to be good. Also, you know, these are the times when I really want to cheat. Like, I want freedom to do things and not be monetary holdback. But you know how it is. It's not how it works. So what are the... Oh, this would be really good. But I don't think... they are very old when it comes to some. I'm just going to not really good because it's barely anything. I would have to... Why is everything on the wrong place? What the heck? Oh yes, this has been modified. Do you want this? 53. Yeah. However you look at it, it's not better in truth because look at that difference. In fact, no, this is no. It's gonna. It does add like plus 30 chance of magic item. Okay, but no. Do I? No, because it will have to be replaced almost instantly. At this point, these are not really good. That problem is this slow. It would be really nice, but it's not hitting big enough and it's slow. Let's send the melee to melee. Is everything alright? Yes. Oh. It's one that requires both. It's one of those items. Okay, how are you this strong? Well, I made it, but still. 2. I guess it's not going to be. No. Okay, so. Oh. Oh no. Resistance and everything else. Okay, it also has an everything else. So maybe better than one both. 36, but no restore on health, which is not the biggest thing, but pretty good. Okay. Now let's see. Now we probably have mana. I'm sorry What? No. I'm sorry I'm not going forward with the game, but sometimes these things happen when you realize that that's awkward, but I don't have enough mana to continue on the journey. So intelligence gives mana recon 2, but also damages and lots of health. The problem of my
You have done more than you know.
the problem
Sweet
is
lord.
more so
Would you
that
like to see?
I don't even know how I'm going to do this. The problem is the lack of mana. Even if you have lots of super big powerful whatever strikes, if you don't have mana, you are a 4. But you know, depends, maybe some items worth it a little bit more. Monetary, what we can afford, it's another thing. What kind of items can we find? The moment 10% mana still. That's for weapons, which is this mana steel seems good. It's for you can put it on every kind of weapons, but it will not steal mana. Only when you are attacking with it. An interesting thing. I don't know if they modded this one out, but I know it works that way. So with this you could like do 3 for an item, and then you will have hundreds of percent and only 20 per second. So I checked that before. It's kind of a little bit of math problem in the head, like how could you maximize something? But the thing is, you know, you make the calculations and you realize, oh, it's not really the best. How many shits do I have, by the way? I see I was collecting things, that's for sure. Oh, should have said I was collecting things. Wow. This one is not good for you. No. I don't really. I want to keep some things. Much more so like a memoir. So yeah, I had months pass before our previous thing. I have no idea what I was planning. But obviously not rings. What is belligerence? I'm going to open a new window and check the word belligerence. What does it exactly mean? Is this aggro up or aggro down? Kriegslust. Better at warfare. Warfare. That sure means something. I know I read something about this, but what the hell would that mean? Now I don't know. It just went out of my head. So Finala is basically doing some damage currently, but nothing from time to time, which is a huge issue. But now that she has gotten new spells, basically she is not doing anything. Okay. Great means 9, right? I think. It's not expensive, the base ring. No big boy enchantables. Sad. Let's see the enchanter lady of what we can do with this ring. Guy, here we have, it's 9 per 9. Let's check for the gem guy. Yeah, well, you are a 4. No, it's a 3. And it's not that expensive, but it's going to grow. Well, that's going to be. Where was the mana? Which one? Very good. No. I'm. No. No. This is 50 mana. We can do 150 from this. But it was somewhere here. Being stupid, and I know it because. So the purple one does 87 mana. Not that expensive either. Should we do mana, intelligence, mana? We can't. One is standing, one is leaning. This is, by the way, a modded one. So interesting. So it's not like how it's normally is. Yeah, also interesting. In the original game, it was much different, and not that good either. Because generally your own enchantments would be more so like customizations of at best what was already available, and that wouldn't be so great. Now look at how much this is going to cost. And we're going to put the last one and 80,000 doubles with each one. So yeah, what did I do? Come on back, and I'm going to do, I think, one more maybe.
Would you like to?
How much mana do you give? Well, I don't know how much that is. Okay, let's see. So 21, 47, and 160, 187, 81. No, it's 21. So 160 plus 80, 240, 261, right? Don't even know what I was counting. So what is your current mana, Finana? Yeah. Okay, this is not good. 1000. I mean, it's going to. Fuck. And neither do I have the money for it. So yeah, one more of these rings, or no. Let's go. Come here. We are in a little bit of trouble because shit, I might not even have money for this, so we have to sell someone. Come on. Ah, fuck, that's more than we can afford.
Would you?
Yeah. So without mana regeneration, so it looks good that she has more mana, but this is around two shots. So that's not really good when it's just 2 shots, you know. Now let's see. Gonna add intelligence. Oh, that's wow, that's quite fucking lot, actually. Going to do a little bit of counting, but I think I messed up. Yeah, that's 360. So my mana ring, that's 360, whilst this ring is probably 1 level down, doesn't even give 300 because it's less than 100. It gives 240, 261. So fuck. But we have given 5 more spells to her to cast. It's really not that much. No, is it? Are you working? No. Well, please work. Thank you. Ho. Okay, Finana's issues are greatly solved. Now let's go back and let's go do something. I know for some, and you might hurt my feelings even with that stuff, but I know for some this will be questionable. Why though? Well, in fact, wow, I had a genius thought. Nice. Yeah. Fuck that. No, you are right. I put that there for a reason. So anyway, I have played this game before, as some might know, some might don't. Why wouldn't you know? I don't know. Why is everyone so far? I don't know. So do we have everyone? Yes. And before entering each new chapter or generally new places, when we went from the when we went to the desert, for example, or places like this, every time it's like going from 30 to 32. So you enter a place that is 32 and you are level 30, and so that's not generally a good idea. But yeah. How up Appleberg? Okay, I forget we have developers down here. It's you can always go there, but only once to the back, kind of thing. All right, let's use a little bit of force because this is going to get ugly very fast. Okay. Right. Okay, most things are gone. Oh, the slot. Okay. Alright. So everyone increase their strength. Oh, might I? Oh. I'm quite good at this. I'm very resistant to this guy's damage. To fire, yeah. So yeah, it still doesn't worth going for the mana. I noticed that probably on my other thing. Don't know why I did it. Oh, that is bad. That is quite a massive damage. Okay. It costed us a lot, but we got through. This is why we have these spells and powers to have damage mitigation. Yes, I'm wondering why is Daryl is using spells and you used the ingrain, I guess, because I see that everyone will. Also, I'm going to watch horror movies after this. My lady friend recommended me a very good one. That's a trapdoor that I don't know where is the entrance to it as of yet. There is a green dot there, let's it out. So yeah, technically you can sacrifice. You can put on each character more gold or more something something spell, basically. No, there is a staircase down. I did not notice that. And let's hope we don't get to the war section though. What the hell is this? A spell. Oh no. This is tasteful. Oh, now I can speak. Wait, didn't we do that already? I thought I finished that quest line. We didn't. Oh, come on. Oh no, I know, no. Yeah, that's, I don't know what's that is about, but yeah, no. That's fuck. Frecky that. So that was my woman voice. Oh, freck that, or something. Yeah, this is what I mean in asking that some enemies are both strong, durable, and have a high attack rate. This I actually really like in older games, because in modern games it's more like, well, this is a tank one, this is a buff one, this is a this is really good at spitting, but spitting only, and yeah, it's kind of a, in a way, yeah, it's kind of dumbed down too, but you know, they are champions and warriors, both strong and so on, elite warriors, but simple mobs too. It's just, you know, it's bigger and stronger. Some are, some not. Some are just you know, filler enemies in a way. So I'm going to use this to get rid of the small fry first. Then attack these guys and let them mitigate down, I guess. Let's go. I can't find my cursor. Oh my god, I just noticed how small my cursor is. So I really messed up myself. Wait, there is a chant that is actually something that almost scared me. This one. And no, it just gave a roll this time. Sometimes it like teleports in high level enemies that you can defeat because your level is not that one, or maybe get lucky and yes, you can. Yeah, nice shot. That way forward, this one way I want to check. see what's in here. Oh, so Vix. All things seem to be done. Yeah, let's pull this out fully, I think. That would be interesting. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but it would be nice. No, that hit no enemy. Come on, attack. Oh, I was with a different character. That's why I was like, why isn't the camera is moving? But the archer doesn't technically have to walk anywhere. Like a melee fighter because they have a range of weapon. Is it me that or that looks really fucking ugly? Shoot your fucking bow already. For fuck's sake, Daru. Okay, so I'm not sure if this was their first death. Probably not. I remember dying somewhere. But yeah, that wasn't a good feeling. I wasn't concentrating on the team. I was concentrating on why. That's not the first. I was concentrating on why the ever-living hell does Daru not, you know, do her spell. Sometimes they don't. That's very rare. And there seems to be some reason for it, but I don't know why. Sometimes the character just waits or just stands around and not do anything, even when you directly command them. So that's... I'm not a big fan of that, actually, but I don't know. The thing is about lots of games, generally, and old games, which I don't know. So the point is that there is a system, there is a frame. Solve it yourself. So, you know, I don't like the aspect that a game would have to hold your hand in every turn. Look at the creative games, how much things are just solved by player creativity, and just having to constantly hold the player's hand, or there is a solution to everything, or oh yeah, nah, I don't like it. It's one of those things where okay, now he did it, and found one over there. Let's push them a little bit back. Going to do my best to deal some damage. Let's use some potion. A little bit of so yeah, they had multiple bombards, which is not good. Maybe some black flag and piratism would be nice. You know, I liked being a pirate, or going to Warframe and doing piratism. That's also really nice. They had added new ships, I think. Maybe I'll check on it sometimes. Not sure when that will be. That's weird. Okay, I'm confused. So this is not good. Move over there, please. Stop just fucking attacking, mate. Okay, but then I don't care. Wow, I almost hit two guys. Genius. Okay. Finala is doing so-so. Interesting. I'm not sure where are we going or what we are doing. There is a cavern there. Huh. Seems to be upper part of the other cave. Yeah, the bombardiers do damage. I mean, you can... Ow. And yeah, there is the lever to go down. The pet was stonking, that was nice. Oh fuck. Let's just... Because the projector is there, generally you can quiet them to a degree. Okay. That was quite brutal. Okay, so I'll be honest, this one looks better. What do you do? This will stay with him because he's tank. Okay. Oh, she did. Okay. I can go to Daru and ask her to directly heal her up. Generally she does it anyway. She or the others. Let's see. What could this place be? Seems like some ancient elven shower. Okay, they stand in a formation of 5 instead of 6. Okay, almost, oh, of course, and oh, so it's yeah, weird. Yeah. Kind of understand why the party limitation was put down so much, because this happens, but they didn't want or couldn't fix it. But also, yeah, I know that, you know, when the game came out there had been some limitations, like old games and old games and because it's hard to explain, but it's very simple actually. Old games and old computers had limitations, but not limitations like you would think. They were able to make beautiful games, or like downloadable one, which seem very big, and then you will be like, oh, well, this and that, why isn't all others like this, or why didn't make bigger games? The thing is, graphic cards, even if they had nothing to do, like I don't know in function how much was it different back then, because I know that currently there are GPUs in CPUs. When I bought this computer, it was the first big thing, so my processor has it, but that doesn't mean that all of them had it or has it currently. Yo, this is a nice place. We're going to put a saving point over here because there's lots of enemies down there. So just if you take a graphic processor and start taking down things like colors, models, textures, polygons, everything that lowers the mathematical calculation, then you know, pretty much you can do more. You can put it to other places. Like if a unit had less colors, you can have more units, and things like this. And so with all the games, this is for example a very colorful game. So back then, they will be like, oh my god, there are so much shapes, colors, this looks good. Look at the effect, how beautiful it is, right? But if you would have taken this to a 2000 game, like if you look at for example, Ura Tournament, I don't know if it has such limitations. I know that bigger games had them, quite a lot of them, and strategy games that wanted like more units. Like I'm going to stop the game for a moment, and I'm really, based on last stream, I'm going to stopping the game to just keep speaking about the topics that I would use to talk, so you know. So Command & Conquer 2 was released, if you would give me the actual game. Of course they are not going to, because why would you do that? So the Tiberian Sun was released in the same year as Unreal Tournament 1990. But you can see that despite they could have done a lot more with the game. But if the more moderns you add to the game, and of course 2D is an art in itself, like 2D, and there are so many games with beautiful women in it, and that's 2D and so on and so forth, so it's definitely a form of art. But if you were to add for example 3D, so with 2D elements you are using memory. Oh, I'm barely getting damage, but it's accumulating, to be honest. It's not good, because then sooner or later I'm going to run out of it. So yes, if you use pictures, images, there are no models involved, so you have to load those into the memory. And the only thing the video card is going to do, the processor decides what layer is where, and after that the topper's layer gets masked out basically, and only that is okay. So for some reason we got 0 here from that. My character is back, happy. And I'm sorry I'm using N so much, just trying to concentrate and multitask. Not the best. Oh my god, this is going to be so long. Didn't really expect this to last this long. Nice, that was a good combo. Yeah, they don't have the super big attack power or health generally, but when there are a lot of them, I start to notice that it's accumulating. So, where was I? Yes. So when you have 2D graphics, you when not 2D graphics like today, because that's also a bit of a different thing. What is being done today, because today some of the 2D graphics move and just there are things, and that you know, just going to use the GPU, and I missed the fall of it. Fuck. Didn't expect that one. It's nice. Okay, this is really just 2 dog types are going to be a bit too much. We want everyone to move into the 2 range. So but back then, using 2 or 2.5D as they said, because in every direction it's like pre-baked graphics. So in every direction there are models, and you only see a direction now. Oh, fuck. That is something I wouldn't even want to see in movies. Oh, alright, buddy. Don't attack me. We are going to use so many powers. Right, this is the second problem, is that it's a 3D direction when the shot is flying. The question is which one can kill sooner, and the answer is none. Ay. Let's just do a preparation. Alright, so this is why I like the freezing spell, because it's just smallest chance, but if it stops a boss, that's quite good. Ay. In a moment I'm going to go. Do not go there, do not go there. So yes, and then you can have more units, because you have 2d5 things, you can have more buildings. And it's not going to be against the graphical card, because graphical card is only going to do the top layer, which is, of course, well, it's masked, you know. It's basically when you put items together, or images, and cut out the ones you need. Now, of course, this is like putting on a green field like a tree. Like you cut out a part of the tree that you don't need and replace it with green. Kind of masking, but not really. It's not really masking, but technically it's masking. But masking would be when you take one thing and one image, and that image gets cut out from the other. But for the computer, basically you only send that one image which you want. That's all. That's going to be graphically processed. Now nowadays, graphical processors are also used for when it comes to video games, calculating so many things. I don't know how far they came with the technology, because the thing is, logical processors are really good at arithmetics currently, and they have some arithmetic cores, but they were made for logical decisions, like if, like between 0 and 1. That's all, 0 and 1. To make calculation, you need an arithmetic core. You don't really need it, technically speaking, but an arithmetic core is like a predetermined. So it helps, because you would have to say, like, instead of like, if I take from 3 2, then instead of calculating, you would have to add lots of ifs. So if it's 2 what that was written and you taken a 1 from it, and or use cycles, which are also ifs but more like computerized ifs that go a certain amount of times, things like that. So alright, that at least it. These guys really have to be killed as fast as possible. The reach is not really good for us. And so yeah. And when you add an arithmetical core, you don't have to do that anymore. The arithmetical core does all the logical computation that you would need for an arithmetical one. And or something similar to this. When thinking about it, maybe I'm saying something stupid. So I don't. This is kind of how we learn it in school. So it is a transfer from one thing to another, because you have a logical thing, and you want the computer to do arithmetics instead. So these arithmetics are going to fasten. The computer just sends them numerical data, like it can be war or together if it's too long. I don't know how much it can do on an arithmetical core, to be honest. Do you have to just tell him 3 minus 2 and the computer has to divide everything, or you can send whole operations to it? Maybe not. Unknown for me. And so games had limited memory, they had limited video cards and limited CPU. CPU was relatively fast and capable, but you really didn't want to use it for graphical processing, because as I said, it would take a lot of ifs. So you want to do ifs and things like that. But for logical things, like that's what the processor is for. Why is everyone leveling up? But it's not bad. And done. So now I can go. I think family recovery rate will be good for me. That's it. Done. 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 I don't really want to. So now it's you, buddy. Now we are going to put this so high. And we're going to pull these two together and then sometimes add a little bit there. So with that, I don't know. Because if it's higher damage, then it's going to pull it off. But I want some of these two. Some of these two a bit. Not really. It's not good. Why star in such a weird place? Let's pull back. Yeah, there was healing. Understandable. Okay, that definitely Russell the Jimmy's. Okay, I'm getting damage plenty. Okay, healing grain in effect. Nice. Okay, they didn't like this. Tar is off. It wasn't tar. No, it's tar. Oh, tar is off. Alright, I said well. Tar is off. Okay, Taro is going to get tar off. Up. Yeah, she's probably only has the old healing spell. The old healing spell alone does not get your nature magic up, only by little bit. That's an use being little, so through the whole game maybe you get 1 level. Sheesh. Our efforts to protect nature does not go well. So yeah, back in the day it was a magic to make a game work, because you know, if you put, like, if you take 3D graphics, so not every video card had 3D. That's the thing. 3D calculator, they don't necessarily have it, and 3D calculators. Some people wouldn't know the difference. Why do they need these arithmetical cores or everything else? So we had a computer with a 3D inbuilt, calculator inbuilt, and one without. Basically, the old bridge game, that is just like, I don't even know if it was 3D or not, but the thing is, the game was logging on a new computer, and on the other computer, it was which was a used computer, it was not lagging, and that one has a 3D inbuilt, like not a 3D core, but like a 3D handler, or so, I don't know its name or what it is exactly. So, but when you know, computers started to have everything, yeah, it's making games became more possible, more so. Before that, you know, you had to do magic to even have a game up. Okay, I don't know. Okay, this is. Oh my god, so this is a prison facility? Something. Okay, guys, stop shooting the door. Come with me. And so video games were made with these ideas in head, that you couldn't use the processor for too much processing of non-logical things. You couldn't use the video card too much for non-graphical things. Even the sound, you know, they had sound cards. You had to buy them separately, and even those started to log if you use too high quality sounds or something. World of Warcraft still had the sound option, and they had actually a better sounding things too that I really liked, Death Knights and everything, and that actually used the game to use more. But if you started actually using like the processor, the logical processor for arithmeticals, it's not a linear, oh well, it's going to use 3% more. The more you use it, the more everything started to log, and it becomes like a systemic collapse, or like a domino that is just bigger and bigger domino. I don't know the exact name. There is a name for it in English. Don't know the exact name for it, but it's just one phase after another, because which logs now, the next process is not going to go. So it's not just the next linear process that's not going to happen, but because you have caused a log in the system, another log is going to be intact, and those logs just going to log everything. There's two bosses here, isn't it? Okay, I can stop the game and shoot that way. One is down. The other is down too, actually. Lightning and ice, everything here is just a nature mage. A nature mage issue. Everything here. This is a place where you don't want to be a nature mage because everything is resistant to you. There is no damage a nature mage can have here for that's somewhere that people here are not resistant to. That's a different cave. Yeah. Okay, so I thought we will be going to the fortress and we had a massive cave systems before us instead. So that's that happens. Like, look at this enemy. I mean, it's a bit weaker than the rest. Okay, I understand that, and it was alone, but still, it's well, it wasn't that armor so well, so either. But it's a mage, it's a brute, it's armored, and it's a big enemy. So yeah. Oh no, that is going to be really bad because we are very much tongued on the front. Oh no. I really like how combat mages constantly has their power recharging. My combat mage was doing the same. Amazing, to be honest. I'm going to try to attack the other mages, which they certainly don't like. Oh, maybe I try to watch the anime about that skeleton guy. Not the paladin one, but where the guy got eaten. It's a nice one. Okay, so what was that way? So yeah, I was watching game. I know this much about this because I was actually watching little videos, developer videos of how they solved so many problems in video gaming, and how back in the day there were solutions. And you know, today, well, if you want to develop, developers usually either join teams or develop their own stuffs, because there are development jobs, but they can either be toxic, or people don't get anything done because it's more so corporate. Like it can be very toxic, like many workplaces with big companies reported to be super toxic. Workplaces generally can be toxic, but if they are more toxic than the average, which is not really good when, you know, you have the medium from something. We haven't chosen to the least path of resistance, and there is an opening there. And well, if places like Blizzards are full of sexual harassments and multiple occasions of it's not just being harassment but a case of assault, so yeah, that's also not really good. Rare talisman, that seems kind of nice actually. I don't want to get rid of the fine magic items things. I know from head these are not so good. This one, going to just 25% gold on. 10 intelligence, combat magic damage, mana steal. Holy moly. Okay, I'll be honest with you, this one was made for a nature mage. Okay, so I feel like there are whole sections we left out. I don't even know where I am at this point. Wow, our mage is just dead. Okay, this is real bad because these enemies are all strong. Yes, I'm going to get some ranger with low armor and the like. The powers seems to be done in the very dangerous enemies. the archers are not that strong, but holy moly, what did we throw in? And when I was watching these game developments, because yeah, oh no, no. So yeah, there are multiple. I noticed in my videos I'm lagging a lot when it comes to my own sound. Like I'm focusing here and just not making a good entertainment. So when you go to a game developing career, I guess, or if you want to really do it, you never really should do things like this for money, but mostly for passion. And from the passion should other things come from, because it's one of those like when you're an artist, oh, I'm going to go be an artist because it's such a good money. When you are a very passionate artist, maybe then some of your works might take. Nah, that's not how it is. If you have enough popularity and skill, and you get lots of nice orders, probably, not always. I have a lady friend who's a very great artist, constantly getting good orders. She says she's underpricing herself a little bit, but she's not doing better. She's doing quite well, but she's going by or something like that. So yeah, and she really likes doing it too. But you know, these things first of all have to be a passion, fruit of passion, but also skill and everything involved. I mean, it's still coding or still art, drawing. So and if it's profitable and there are enough patrons, then why not do it full time if it's possible. So so yeah, but I do a lot of things from passion too. The point is not to get money for it, but I think I do with passion and love. It's not necessarily need to be anything for it. Sometimes I do things and just want to show them off. So make a stream about it, or just, oh guys, look at this, because you just want to show it to the world. Or you just want to impress a lady. That happens too, sometimes. And so what they were, so big companies can be, this is leading outside. Yep, not going to go anymore in this direction. I'm not even sure how are we going to go back to the original direction. I'm going to put this one here to make a save, just in case. So they can be toxic. People might not be doing anything. In some cases there are like lots of sexual harassment, frat boy culture, toxicity together. It's not necessarily good. Does it do a good salary? Well, some places reported yes, some no. Some people said that after these big companies they left game developing altogether, which is the saddest part in my opinion, because I really want to be a game developer, but I don't have the skill. Even if I have the passion, time, the capability, I need a little bit of sandbox and cheating. Which means that for some things it's better to have a supporting system, because if you don't have a supporting system, like for example Unity or Unreal Engine, or I just said the two most popular engines that most people would likely know. There are like 5 very popular engines. If you're a developer, it's worth looking into it because of what kind of needs you have. It's also usually the first one, most important one. There are also game dev studios for you, and shortcuts or cheats are more like I'm going to hire an artist, you know. And some people be like, no, it's not cheating. In a way, yes, it is a little bit of cheating. It's not a negative kind of cheating or cheating or say, oh, you are a bad person because of. It's totally okay. It's I mean, you can't technically do everything alone. Most, no, not really, not everything, but most things, yes. However, you know, work hours. Your hours are best put to use here, there, not that place. I don't have. I have some tooling. I have a pad, vacuum drawing pad for art. I can do some art. I can do some comics art. But someone who does it just do it better continuously. I have friends who are like doing art, so I really like them. I would like to hire them because beautiful art they are doing. I could learn this. I learned comic making to a degree. Haven't used the skill in a long time. I was doing small animations and so on and so forth. So it is viable depending what kind of person to do a lot of things. But say you instead hire a helping or editor, a marketer, you hire someone who do little code bits, snippets for you, which you want. Yeah, let's see, sharing the load if you don't like cheating. It's like a little bit of sandboxing and cutting corners where you can, not in a negative way, again. Cutting corners doesn't necessarily mean, it means taking a shorter route. Shorter route doesn't always necessarily mean it's the worst route. Of course, they might not do it like how you like it. That always, with hiring outside help, that always can happen. It's not like a trade in a way that, oh, I'm going to get a positive thing and a negative thing. So you might just pay it out and it's positive in every way. They might do a better job than you. That can happen too. They might work faster than you. And compared to how much you would have to work, it's totally spending your time and everything. So you know, it's not negative that you do. When I say, oh, it's cutting a corner, it's a bit of cheating or you know, sandboxing. No, it's how it is. It's good. It's positive. It's you really need to focus your time and effort oftentimes, because when I do things like passion things, when you're starting out, maybe not so much. When you're starting out, one of the first things is to just get a project done. I would say, oh, use the skills that veterans or people who have more experience have. You won't be able to use them where effective or useful. First, just do a couple of projects or try doing them. It's easy to run into faults like, oh hey, I thought this project will be so easy. It's not. It's anything but an easy one. It's actually much bigger than I thought so. It's okay to leave it be and say, I'm going to abandon the project. The point is, you have reached half of it, you have spent time on it. Now that you have a little bit more experience, you feel unable to do the whole of the project in a certain amount of time. You had a realization, oh my god, this is how much work this is going to be. Oh, this is so much more time than I thought. So you can revise, get things out, even a simple path making. I don't know who are you, but oh, weak to fire. That's good to remember. Okay, I barely was alive. And it healed nothing. Interesting. And he's doing a melee. Okay, I'm going to just wait for a healing rain. Okay, fuck that. That didn't happen. That does happen though. Yeah. Very nice damage. Okay, they are shooting to something. Oh, we left a wall. Other teleported out. so this was a huge shortcut. Yeah. What was I yammering about again? Oh, we need to do this. That was I yammering about. So you start to do a project. Do it as long as you can. Learn as much as you can. Then you be like, alright, it's time to start another project, a more reasonable one, using your experiences, and you start to calculate on this is more reasonable, probably more doable. You start doing it, you get 75% of it, even less, maybe this time 20% of it, because you even grossly more overestimated how much you can do, so on and so forth. But when you get to be a bit more experienced, then you start to be able to time manage. Say I'm not going to do that because that is a solution. It is going to take quite a lot of time. Does not have an amazing result either. But it's also important to remember that, for example, when you do an engraving on a door or something like, oh wow, that fire damage, it does do damage, like beautifully. And that guy is just fucking appeared out of nowhere. Okay, now even more of them appeared. We are very scattered, which is not good. I was asking a little bit of help, but nothing happened. It seems while she was casting, she was probably killed, because the power got activated, but she didn't cast. So to activate, you know, after casting, like you see that my character does a little bit of animation too. If the animation gets cut midway, then it isn't going to be done. It's like that's what's happened. Because I noticed that she died right away when I cast the attack. And that is going to be horribly not good. So now we are going to run around and collect even more enemies, because what else can I do? Alright, now you do this, you do this, I do that way. In times like this, you have to get rid of most enemies. Or at least as much as possible. See, she stops with the animation and just waits. And that is very, very bad. Because I don't have much armor and everyone with armor is fucking dead. So now they are going to try to reach me. Look at how the dog is. These guys are strong too. And then there is this guy. So, this seems to be stopping. At least these ones are stopping, but it's not like there aren't more enemies on the map. This fucker. Okay, that's it. If we get the healer and the rest here, we can fight. To a degree. Doing so, at least you are going to get up fast. I'm pressing the R to recollect everyone. The pets are taking up most of the attention. And now comes the fight. Daru is not using her powers for some reason. Doesn't even want to. It might be a bug or something happened, I don't know. This is to say it might be a bug, because I have no idea why not she's doing it, but you know, the more complex the simulation is, like in Dwarf Fortress, you like everyone what is a freaking moron. But then you realize, oh, that's if we look at the condition, that is like 20 parts. There is one which is going to equal the whole of it to 0, because there is that one there. Everything else would be a 1, that makes it to a 0. Just that one little one condition. So yeah. So when you are experienced, You can say, I'm going to say I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be like, okay, this part is going to take that much time. I already did that. I know how to do that. I can customize that. I can do it like this. I can take these 3 or 4 things and make only one solution to it. That is 10 times faster than trying to do it. I can do it fast because I have routine in it, but also I know how to, because I know how to do it fast and efficient, but I can also compress like 4 or 5 things. Ah, these guys can teleport, that's why. Are you... No, they are like this normal. For a moment I was like, maybe they are, no, undead or something. Okay, now she did the shot, and I don't know where I am. There's so many things happening on the screen. That guy really wants to kill me. Aha, I keep being attacked by a snow caster. And that is not something I can dodge because it always comes out where I am. There are spells which you can't dodge. And they are to a degree very good. To a degree. Because they usually cost a tremendous amount of mana. But enemies that can naturally cast it, or don't run out of mana, or things like the Blizzard which has like 10,000 mana. Yeah. Those guys don't really care. And you start a project, and what am I going to the wrong thing? Am I going to the wrong direction? I'm going to the wrong direction. No. We wanted to recover the land that yeah, that we didn't do. Okay, then we done our job and we can go backwards. Great. So bit of an accumulation of enemies there. 1 or 2 over here. This guy either spawned with low HP or we have forgotten to take care of him. So start up a project, and you cannot be like, this part is going to take too much time. It's not economic or effective that I would outsource this one, because it's going to be expensive. Instead you say, okay, I'm going to make a sacrifice for it, because I really want that part and it would take too much of my own time. And then how I end up boss respawn. And then how am I going to do that? If it's going to take that much time, and it's for me, it's just better if I say, hey, could you write this script for me? A kind moment, please. What has happened here? I don't know and I don't care. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom again. Alright. I need a bathroom break because I'm constantly on the bathroom. How can I... I'm going to leave it here. Like this. A moment.
I want to help you destroy those Morden.
The Haven will be overrun with Morden. They're attacking from the front. Odds aren't in our favor. Hey, it's me. Heroes?
The Morden are the real plague on this land. Vile creatures. We've got to find a way to stop these.
and my Microsoft aux was turned down for the whole time. Amazing how many great stories I told, and yeah, fuck. Now I'm going to cry. I was talking about projects, like how when you are doing what's different between like doing a project as a tradesman or like programming, because when you're doing a project and you get more and more experience, you have to space it, not space it out, but like understand that a project, certain parts of the projects require time. How can you do it time efficiently? When you're a coder, for example, you can combine multiple tasks into a simple solution, reusability, or you can outsource some parts of it. For example, when you're doing a programming and usually art is a passion project, so it's rarely like other things. The point is not profit, even if you want profit, because you must make a great quality product. And if there are things in the product you must do. But when you are learning, you will do a project and just cut out parts that are too hard, or you want to finish a project. You have to understand certain things take time or too much effort to do. They are not very efficient in that regard, and if they're not something that you can drop out, you have to do, but you have to manage the time. What do you spend on time, what do you don't? And I compare this with woodworking, like art too. Like people who can do art, I can do art, but I'm not like an artist in this way, so I rather just outsource it to an artist. It is a sacrifice more so than an economic value, but it's a time management. I want to I rather sacrifice my money than my time. And when you are doing a woodworking project, let's say you want to do a nice door, but in doors there are engravings, like 4 windows on the top of it. They may be glass in it, but usually there is wood. So there are 3 layers of wood, or one really thick that you made cutouts of, but usually it's 3 layers of wood. And when where the wood is cut out, you will want to put in this wavy little wooden piece in an edge to make a wavy wooden window, little bit of window edging framing. And you would have to do this in a way that is time efficient, that is efficient generally. Maybe the tool set is repeatable. So for this project you use it, but you can use it for something else. It's useful in that way. So you would want that. And I compare these projects because when you're a tradesman, you might get 10 orders of it, right? But when you are like you're doing a video game, there are even things you didn't foresee, or things you must do because it's part of the game, or it's generally a passion project, meaning that you have a work, you have an income, you have so on and so forth, and you're doing a project aside that because you have love for it, you have care for it, you want to do it, you want others to see, others to have fun. Same with streaming, like what I do. Some people do it business wise, but it's usually a passion project. The same way that you can live from art, you know, but you shouldn't generally learn art. Maybe you should learn art to make money. None of my business. But if you are good at making art, you have the skill set, you have the tools, you can do art efficient enough, and then you have a better chance. You know, you can gain popularity, you advertise yourself. All of these are sacrifices when you start a business to get jobs. And the more you sacrifice into the business, the faster you gain popularity. Better tools you have, better images can you do, and the faster. So in a way that becomes more so a trade skill, but also and you gotta have maybe not passion, maybe not even necessary passion, depending on what kind of illustrations you do. Same with video games, you don't necessarily need passion, but it's just not the same. Maybe that's not true either. But what I wanted that video game developing is usually more so like a passion thing. What you do is to make an idea, a vision, a game come true, something that you would like, something that would be nice. That's how you do a really good project. And just it's not the point of the profit, because the game might turn profitable, it might need huge cash, but the point is, if you would want to get to the project's end, or do the project, you do prototyping things, you do lots of time wasting things that you must do. It consists the project, and but if you're experienced, you try to time and skill manage. If it's programming, coding, lots of things you want to do visual, because lots of things are not going to give you visual science back. You write, like I can write a maximum, let's say a maximum 3 or 5 solutions for something that you need, and to a degree I will know that each of them will be successful. But you can look something away, and while the function does its thing, it exists differently in your head. And now it does its thing, but that's not the result you want. It does its thing well, but you confuse. I wanted to say misjudge, but not even to. You confused or misunderstand what you wanted in your head. And if you do too many of these things, bug fixing becomes very time consuming. So you gotta kind of balance these two levels. Maybe not really. I usually, when there is something, you just be like console.log and write a 1 if it was success, and then I delete it out. I don't need it. I know it works. That thing works, does its job well. There are no bugs with it. If there are bugs later on, that could be problematic. So yeah, and what I was trying to say about this whole thing is that it's a contract store's job to make things like this possible and workable. If there is an environment, or you have to prepare the tool, soundproof the tool, get a different edge, a tooling onto the tool. If you must make it waterproof, again, if it's a place where you can't make much noise, if it's a watery place, it's a muddy place, for example. If it's a snowy place, so you need for your car snowy things, make it possible, but also make it economically possible. So, because if you say to a person that, yeah, I can do it for like $200,000, and wow, I just wanted to replace that little thing. Yeah, but the tooling needed for it is very expensive. And if you say that you are going to put that out for 10 customers to be paid, or a month, and you don't have enough customers, or it's a very specific niche thing that you can't really make economic, that's, it's a contract store's job to make it possible. In our language, it's not called just a contractor, someone who is in contract to do the job, but someone who does willingness. It's a willingness person, because they will be like, okay, I'm going to take this onto my shoulder and try to do it. and they will be like, I'm going to need this base materials, that is your cost. This machine running is like being for 10-20 customers shared out, and of course, for example, gasoline is going to be yours. Each minutes of consumption, or how many liter is going to be consumed out at the end. Like if you have a 20 liter gasoline tank, and at the end it's on 15 liters, yeah, the 5 liter have to be paid. So, and the programmers, depending on where you go, there are employee jobs. I don't really recommend them after what I heard. Harassments, even sexual type of harassments, very toxic environments, people who are employed because it's a company, but they don't actually do anything as co-workers, while there are those not in favor who do everything. So either get into favor and do nothing and then fire a programmer, or you get so overwhelmed with toxicity or harassment that lots of people just, which I'm very sorrowful for it actually, lots of people said they want nothing to do with working as a coder or programmer, and I said, I think lots of them still do the passion, God bless. So if you want to, for example, do a passion project or work with others, it's usually better to join into groups for 2-4 hours a day maximum, not more. 1 or 2 hours is plenty enough if you're a coder, for example, or if you're an artist, and 4 or 5 of you, because share the load, would be working around and just get an economic but a smaller project out, something that looks good enough to be considered a modern game, something that is like mechanically simple but entertaining, programmable, doable, something that doesn't use too much resource usually, just a game that is a smaller scale, because the problem is that not the problem is just if you start increasing the scale of something, it might not be a 1-to-1 growth, it might be a 1-to-5 growth, and then it's something that is going to require so much work time and resources. It's going to be not nice. So you can stand together with smaller groups of developers, doing projects, smaller companies, every kind of things. But my friend who was a web programmer, that's what it's called, because programmer is the one who is doing the program codes, and because there are different codes, like there are codes for like PLCs, like factory codes and ECC codes, assembly codes, every kind of code. So the programmer was doing programs in my language, and so he was a web programmer. He was doing programs, but for the web, either client side or server side. And he had so much toxic experience, even though he was working for a small company, and they were unwilling to fire this guy, and they will be like, by the summer we are going to fire him, we just need replacements. Now this guy was shouting at him every day from his throat, and even his wife heard it, and he was in super much trouble. Like, I think the wife at point, like before that they were chill, but at that point the wife considered leaving that man. That's how hard he was shouting when it came out, and my friend, who is like very masculine and so on, couldn't leave the job, and didn't have the money for it, and he lost every willingness to even get near the professional field again. It's just after 3 months he said that's all could it take. He said he's never going to work again, and it's entirely the company's fault and this person's fault. And I know I wouldn't have taken this much, but I wasn't in that need of it. So yeah, but working with normal people, but you also have to know to be loadable and make things livable. Don't burn yourself out. Don't ever overwork. Work little once and always be happy that you can come back for tomorrow's work. So don't do it that day, because if you do everything that day, you will get overburned and feel like you achieved so much, and then there is not going to be left positivity and happiness for the next day, because you already did it. So next day you will be a little bit burned out, and these little waves are going to pile up after a while. So always take the spaces in a nice and reasonable way. Be able to live with the work you want to do. So yeah, if you are doing coding programming, but there are many people who are smarter and better at this than me. It's very important to think through what you want to do, analyze, look at the time, look at the skill it needed, look at how much you don't know, the blind spots of it, or how you do time management. Some things might be better to just hire someone to do it, pay that person money and be like, that's a big project. Rather give you some money, do that for me, please. I just want the result back. Same with arts, maybe. Make it simple, resource wide, not too much. Smaller project, very entertaining, and spend time on what the product is supposed to do, to make within reason, everything reason. But the thing is, if you make the game, it's supposed to be entertaining. So the point is not the graphics make it sellable, but the content which you provide is the entertainment itself, which is going to give into the longevity or just a product's worth. Same when you make a good cake can look good. If the cake is good, even if it doesn't look good, it will usually still sell, especially if people like it. But if it's a bad cake, even if it looks good, it's unlikely people will come back for it, or will be very disappointed by it. And that's not a good practice to have. And if you can sell it a couple of times, yeah, it's not going to leave a good impression. So you want a good graphics that might be simple, doable, make it look like a modern game, but there are pixel art too that is modernized. So it looks like the old games, very pixel but still nice for the eyes. I saw many of those. Still, it is it's kind of modernized, the pixel art, because the pixels are very small and there are no lines in between them anymore. So dark pixels were like an extra shading that was in between the real pixels, like the frames. And so yeah, the point is a passion project can be really good. Imagine going home and building a boat, and you look at that, you do things, but if you overdo it, then you're just going to have to take rest because you have a different job too. Back in the day, they used to do this practice. People were working on farms, lands, so on, but they would be building like a smaller ship or a trade ship. And the point was is to make a ship, because the people had not common sense but knowledge, and they could ask other people, what kind of wood should I use to make my ship? What does a ship need to have? And the sailors and everyone would tell me, you need this kind of rod, you need that for it, this is how it looks from the inside. And 6 people, even as skilled or so on, would be standing together to make not a company, but more so like a company in its original meaning, because they would buy tools that will be shared for this project. and they would be using their extra time to make a big project. So some people will be working from sun up to sundown. Very bad 16-hour work regime. It was horrible, and many apprentices hated their masters because of it. There were very big conflicts. I heard of a person who had learned in the old system to smith, and he said that despite the knowledge and everything that master had, he hated him. The simple reason is because he had to work basically free, 16 hours a day, make his own tools. He didn't even got those. And the new system came in, and even though he could use the trade skill, it was basically just exploitation or so on and so forth. It was, you know, he could still use the skill and earn money with it. It's not a problem, but the way he had to learn it out, that left a mark on him. And he probably wouldn't be working in 16 hours because he wouldn't even have to, not even near that, to make good money with that trading skill. However, there were people who were working like that. For them, this would be not possible. But lots of people who would be living on the countryside or villages and so on, by afternoon they would have nothing to do. Like a person who works with days like a mason or a graveyard stone maker, if they have sun like this, means they can make money, because they get money for each piece made. So there are differences what I'm trying to make. For the rest, the jobs ended, and after that they will be going, because these people had time. They had time and small money. So they would stand together to form a company, and they would be making something that if 5 of them put money into it, their efficiency and their capability wouldn't be a boat, but would be a ship. It becomes much bigger. The scale doesn't go to 1 to 1, but then again 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 if they work combined. If they buy combined tools that all the 5 of them can use, but generally wouldn't use all the time. But now it's 1/5 the price if you think about it, but 5 times the work power. They would be making a big project like this. It would take a month or 3 months, but they would be Xing it out, planning it out, packs here or there, bend it, steam it. It would be ready. It would get an inspection by professionals. It would be repaired till it is, or developed till it is perfect, as it has to be, standard for sailing. And after that it would be sailed. And for example, a ship has a lot of value. It's a lot of sellability. In reverse, traders would probably buy quite a good value. So from their extra time, it's not so much a passion project. This is not a passion project. This is just an extra project. And then after selling, they would be like, okay, we are going to put the money, like 5 people worked on it, 5 parts. But it wasn't like if only 1 person would have worked, because the scale, the ratio is much larger. Together, their cost decreased, their efficiency became much higher, and now what 1 person gets would be the same as what 3 person would get, but they didn't have an extra workplace. They wouldn't normally have a job, an extra to do, but they gained the same or more they would with a normal job. And if this is profitable enough, for example, soap makers, shipbuilders would be like, alright, instead we are going to do full-time ships, but only if the demand is big enough. You can make lots of businesses, but if there is not enough demand, then there's no point. This is why they would be standing together and be like, alright, in the spring we make a ship, so on and so forth, or clothes or something that has a good sellability. And it has a really high price if you stand together with your friends. People used to do that, build houses together, for example, not for selling, but because I help you, and then when it's my turn with the house, you can help. 5 persons stands together, they do the house really fast. Then it's another house, another, and it wasn't at the same time as it would have taken 5 houses, but for each house a third. And overall, everyone has a house now. Did they have to work more time-wise? Well, maybe they had to, but it's much simpler to do a house together than alone. Imagine trying to raise one of those beams, or when you put the beams together on top of the house to make the roof. It's much better if there are 5 people instead of 1. So yeah, and just generally projects, contractorship, extra work, business, a passion project, art, all of these kind of things. Just, that's all I was saying while I was streaming, by the way. That's why I'm saying this. I wanted someone to remember this. Anyway, the usual YouTube things that I don't know even if work, but everyone says, leave a comment please, positive if possible. Subscribe if you want. I understand if you don't, it's not much. Like, I guess, if you want. That's a nice thing. Anyway, that's all. Have a nice day and goodbye.